Drinking this album, listen to the brews. I think it would pair well, if only for you, 'cause it's album and brews. It's album and
Hello, friends, and welcome back to Album Brews, the stickiest music podcast. I would like to dedicate this episode to everybody who got called a pink Pilates princess by their Spotify Wrapped this year. I see you. I know you. I love you. My name is Sarah.
Hello, guys, and I would like to formally apologize for being the reason this episode fails the Bechdel test. My name is Zach.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. My name's Emily, and I'm the kind of girl who's going to get through this without saying, I love this song after every single song, because I do love each song.
Huge.
And I'm Megan, and you can't handle me.
Moose is trying to, though.
Yeah.
He's
I know.
really trying to tie you down.
We're in love.
I see it.
Hit him. Oh my
Oh.
God.
Welcome to the show. Thanks so much for coming and hanging out with us.
Thanks for having us.
We're excited to have you. We're excited to talk about this album. For the folks at home who aren't familiar, you're both in a band called The Devil Said Jump. It's
We
full
are.
of bangers. I definitely wanted to get you on the show specifically because I saw you posting sessions in the back of a U-Haul, and I thought that was so iconic. So aside from that, will you tell people a bit about yourselves and your project?
Yeah.
We both
so-
speak at the same
I know,
exact
I know.
time always.
We do that a lot. I do apologize for that. We spend a lot of time together. So I'm gonna call us a folk pop band.
Okay.
Which is a detour. We've been saying folk rock. But we met and we were both musicians who kind of had a same weird gay vibe. And we said we would like to make music together.
Let's do it.
But it's fun because I hesitate to give our project a genre at all because we listen to such different music ourselves.
It was hard to pick an album that we agreed on.
This might be
wow.
the only one where we're like, we
unless
love
it was like the Wicked soundtrack.
right.
you
We
know.
are
That'd
theater
be great,
kids. So I would say that the music for The Devil Said Jump is more lyrical because we
Yeah.
are theater kids and singer-songwriters. But the rest is up for interpretation.
Yeah. And we've been making music together for, a year and
Some
some
change. Yeah.
And we just came out with our debut album.
Yeah.
So it's exciting.
That's super exciting. Tell us a
Link
little
in
bit about
description.
that. All Shook Up is the name of the record, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about it.
Oh, I feel like it's very personal and like a very, I want to say, revealing album. And it feels cohesive in that way, that everything's very lyrically focused and folk, like storytelling driven. But genre-wise, it's I think a little bit of folk rock pop. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I think we were trying a lot with producing this album. We're self-produced and also just like given the current climate in the music industry, we're kind of throwing spaghetti at the wall at some point because especially with like artists like Charlie XCX coming out that's so like focused on the niche and less about the genre and less about like quote unquote traditional ways that you would operate in the industry. I think for us, we just kind of wanted to put stuff out there for storytelling's sake and see who connects with it, if anybody connects with it at all.
And people have, which has been pretty cool.
Yeah. But yeah, this album I do think is came out of both of us just needing a reason to get out of bed in the morning. And the lyrics reflect that kind of vulnerability.
Yeah.
And the next project will probably be a little bit more fun. But this one was big for us, I feel.
And there's still plenty of fun there, I'd say. I really love the
Thank you.
like Thelma and Louise cover art. It's
Thank
just
you.
so good. And tell us a little bit about, so you said this is the only record or one of the only records that the two of you would have chosen for this. For people who didn't read the description of the episode, what are we talking about today?
This is Muna's self-titled.
Muna by Muna.
Favorite. Muna by Muna.
Yeah.
Tell us why you picked this.
Again, it's like the one that like we really agree on. We saw them at oh my God, what's the festival called?
At Summerfest.
Yeah.
But they've been coined by somebody much smarter than we are. The One Direction for lesbians.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
And
felt that.
It's
Wow.
very
That
that.
moment. Yeah.
And it's very just there's something something within us, and it's something very gay.
Yeah.
We just can't help ourselves. We're both screaming like little girls
Where I
when we
was
saw
like,
that.
oh my God, I get it
You
now.
were like, this is God? Question mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gavin.
Like I was there for the One Direction. You know, like I've
Yeah.
seen them. Like I didn't get it, but now I get it.
Mm.
Yeah, and also just I'm gonna go ahead and give Silk Chiffon credit for like being at the very beginning of what is now the lesbian renaissance that we're all kind of talking about.
Absolutely.
And just this record as a whole is about queer joy and, you know, making space for
It's so confidently gay.
yeah.
Which is so refreshing, where it's not like it is, I feel like, very vulnerable and sad at points, but it's also there is like the joy aspect of it.
Yeah, and it's like normalizing. Where it's like, yes, the album is very queer, but you can listen to the album and love so many different parts of it without being a queer person or like even recognizing that the music is queer.
Yeah.
Totally. I so agree with the Silk Chiffon like lesbian way paving
Yes.
for like the Rene Raps and the Chapel Rowans and the,
Totally.
you know, everything that we're lapping up right now. And I love also how like fun so much of it is,
Yeah.
and how that fun has translated into today versus like the Lucy Dacus and Julian Baker and Phoebe Bridgers of it all, where it was very like, which I also love, but very like yearning and pining and subdued and sad and metaphor laden. Like I want to be like, girls are hot and I want to kiss them and I want to party. Like that's fun. I hold space for all of that.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this I totally agree with that. It was like one of the first. I don't know. It feels like one of the first projects that feels like that, or that at least I found when I
Yeah.
listened to it.
Anthemic.
Yes.
We love.
Yeah, I had a great time with it. The first listen I gave, like sometimes I'll do like a quiet listen while I'm doing a chore. And that wasn't the right listen for this record, I think. I was really shaking my booty when I did a loud car listen.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I was like, oh, this is what it's for. That's
Oh yeah.
I want to dance in the middle of a gay bar.
Yeah.
Literally.
Gavin.
Gay
well,
bar
amazing. We also have a drink with this album, which I think is an amazing pairing. Will you guys tell us a little bit about this?
We went prosecco, but like sparkling wine,
Anything sparkly.
anything bubbly.
Yeah.
Which like the synth in this whole entire project is giving sparkly.
That profit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
love.
So good.
And it's pink.
It's pink.
Wine.
Well, I mean, given
Which-
the option, I was like at the store and I saw like regular sparkly wine. I saw the pink sparkly wine,
It
and I
fits.
said, "Life's so fun.
Life's
I'm gonna get
so
a pink wine.
I do love a pink wine.
I love a pink wine.
Like I like a lot of flavors, but like just like a sweet pink wine. It's like
Rosé.
candy.
Yeah.
love.
A treat.
So this
A
is
treat.
a sparkling rosé of Pinot Noir, brut. I don't know, yum.
Yum.
It's bubbly pink wine. I love that shit.
Summertime.
Well, before we get deep into the record, I've got a game prepared. And this one came to me in the car ride over today.
In a dream.
In a dream. In a fever
In a
dream.
vision.
I really enjoyed the Pitchfork article for this record. And sometimes I'll like take a look at a Pitchfork record or a Pitchfork review, and I'm never like I'll just glance it. I'm never like always compelled to like finish it. But this one was really well written. And then I was like, okay, what puns can I make with Pitchfork?
Of course.
And then I've been on WebMD lately because one of my earrings keeps getting infected. So this
So
is a game
annoying.
entitled Itchfork.
We love.
Oh God.
I love it.
That's amazing.
I'm ready.
I
Where's it
love
gonna go?
And so I have pulled some like phrases, half sentences, sometimes one or two words, either from a Pitchfork review, kind of in the same realm as some of these artists, most of them in the year 2024, 2023,
Okay.
or a word or a small phrase from WebMD's.
I love it.
Reasons you might itch.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
This is so good.
So you guys are on a team. Discuss as much as you want.
Okay, we're all working
and
together.
then when you're ready, you will present a final answer: Itchfork or Pitchfork.
Gorgeous.
And I'll tell you if you're right or not.
Stunning.
This is beautiful.
So the first word or phrase I have here is dusting yourself off.
Oh.
Ooh.
Dusting yourself
I
off.
think that was written by a Pitchfork reviewer.
Clean yourself up.
Or-
I'm gonna go
Pitchfork.
Pitchfork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm feeling Pitchfork. What are you feeling?
Well, is there something telling about me in that the first thing I thought of was dandruff?
Oh.
As someone with an
Yeah. What else
occasionally
is
itchy
itchy
scalp.
that you would dust?
Dust feels so like, I don't know.
But also,
It's
yeah,
giving like
I would say more so Pitchfork probably.
it's giving, like,
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Like-
I'm gonna go optimistic and say I hope
Yeah,
it's
I
Pitchfork.
hope, fingers crossed.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Bing, bing, bing. Correct.
Yeah.
That is the Pitchfork review for this record.
Oh.
Nuna Ste-
Interesting. Wait, what was the Pitchfork rating for this?
Wasn't it
7.8.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Felt a little low. I don't know.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's not too bad.
That's good.
I mean, as far as Pitchfork reviews
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Not
but
this-
what's the
R.I.P.
threshold for
Where they're like
best new
3.
music?
And I hate it. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So the full line is Muna steps fully into the role as pop stars and mentors, offering gentle instructions for falling in love, dusting yourself off, and joyfully living your life.
Cute.
That was nice.
I like that.
That's sweet.
This next phrase is too uncomfortable.
Again, this could really go either way.
That could be a
huh?
Yeah,
bad
wow.
Pitchfork review. This album was a little too uncomfortable for me. Be like,
So-
ugh.
What albums would be too uncomfortable? I mean,
I
it feels so obvious. It feels
I feel
so
like it's
obvious.
gonna be-
I feel like we have to lean in. Go with the
to
gut.
be obvious.
Yeah, to be
Lean
honest.
into the obvious.
Yeah.
Like, is it a double bluff? You know,
Oh, could be.
It is indeed.
is it obvious? But he thinks that we think it's going to be obvious. So,
So
he's
many
like,
head
they're going to
games
say the
going
wrong
on now.
thing.
And we've got a 50-50 shot.
I know. That's the worst
I know.
part. I'm cool with itch. What do you
I
think?
feel like itch.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
go with that.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct again.
Yeah.
Bonus point if you can guess the reason for this itch.
Oh no.
Too uncomfortable.
So we've got mosquitoes. We've got rashes.
That's
Mm.
eczema.
Eczema.
Mm,
Eczema's itchy.
mhm. All of our ailments.
Yeah.
This one is
Let's see.
medication. Check with your doctor if the itch becomes too uncomfortable.
Medication.
Just medication in
Okay.
general.
Interesting.
Quick disclaim.
Never gotten itchy from medication.
Knock on wood.
Knock,
Yeah.
knock, knock.
All right, 2 for 2. Y'all are killing it. This
Hell yeah.
next phrase, itchfork or pitchfork, trapped in a burning building.
Ooh, this has to be
I
an
really hope
album.
it's Pitchfork.
Yeah.
I hope it's it has to be Pitchfork. Otherwise, I'm concerned.
I'm on
Right.
WebMD in a burning building. Like, what do I do?
Right, That's a crazy self-diagnosis.
In a burning
It's-
building.
I feel like it's got to be Pitchfork.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pitchfork.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
That's for Boy Genius, the record.
Oh.
And
close
minute,
cousin.
And a minute later, unleashes wails and sound that both sound like the victim trapped in a burning building and the fire engine racing to the rescue.
Wow.
I
Wait,
know.
that's kind of like backhanded.
Yeah. I'm obsessed with that.
3 for 3.
Let's
Okay.
go.
You guys are killing it.
Let's go.
Brushing them in gold leaf.
I'm gonna go Pitchfork.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although imagine
That's your prescription.
that's your prescription.
You have to be brushed in gold.
You have some weird rash. You must have.
Sorry, it's gonna be $1 million.
Or it's like an ancient Roman like treatment.
Yeah,
I'm a
Or
statue.
tool or something. No. Pitchfork.
Yeah, still gonna Pitchfork.
Midas touch.
Yeah, that's pitchfork. That's MJ Lunderman's latest record.
Oh. That's give us the full sentence. It could be a very nice thing to say.
It's really silly, okay? It's really unfair to say that Lenderman writes about cum and piss in cartoons and video games. He does.
Yeah.
But it's the style of comedy which renders them as if he brushes them in cold leaf.
That's very apt.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I rock with that.
All right, you guys are killing it.
Hell yeah.
When you get bitten by a mosquito or a spider, you know it.
Oh, I hope it's Pitchfork.
But I feel like it's got to be itch.
Is it a double bluff again?
I want Pitchfork to be this creative.
I want
do.
Pitchfork too also. Because
What if
like
we
what
go
if
with what we want?
what if the
yeah.
thing you've been bitten with
What I
is
want.
like
What I want.
it's what I want.
Yeah.
And that's a sign.
And that's a sign.
It's Pitchfork.
We're gonna lock it in.
Oh, that's itchfork.
Our
Yeah.
first loss.
That's under the category bugs.
You don't say.
Bugs that get you.
Reasons you could be itchy.
Category
Yeah,
bugs.
bugs.
The subheader. Bugs.
But I could see where you would be talking about like a
It's a metaphor. Like the mosquito is a catchy tune.
yeah.
And you're left with
Buzzing in your ear.
Yeah.
Like an earworm.
Yeah.
All right, last one. Heat, exercise, and exposure to the sun.
Itchfork.
Pitchfork.
Itch.
Correct. Can you,
Yeah.
can you guess the subcategory?
Sunburn.
Oh.
Body temperature.
Oh, those are all good guesses.
Heat rash.
Oh, I'll give it the point to you. That's hives.
I'll give
you all for playing Pitchfork.
That was a really good game,
That was
Zach.
good.
Thank you.
I'm really glad I thought about that in the car ride over.
I am too.
Yeah. Before we go track by track, is there anything else we want to talk, like context for the record? This is their third record.
I think the important context for the rest of this podcast is going to be that Emily and I are truly obsessed with this band
Yeah.
in a way that we know everything about them and it's about to become embarrassing.
And
Oh,
like,
perfect.
That's
we're,
great.
like,
That's the show for it.
we listen to their podcast religiously.
yeah.
Okay.
We're like actively texting
We're
each
like,
other
did
as
you
we're
see
watching.
today's episode? It just aired.
It's
Oh
10
my
a.m.
God.
on
Look
a
at how they're
Wednesday.
sitting on the couch. I can't.
No, this
It's
is
bad.
this is a first for us. I think this is the first band we've talked about that has their own podcast.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So let's plug it. It's Chaotic, right?
Yes, it is. Chaotic with Muna.
Yep.
Chaotic with Muna.
I will say I'm a few episodes behind because I started doing some news podcast listening and I didn't catch up, but I got to get back on that.
That's so valid.
I didn't give it a listen yet. What is the show? Is it Chaotic Gayness?
Pretty
Yes.
much.
Oh, great.
I think it's been going for a couple years now.
I think so.
So I think it started with them kind of like unpacking their own queerness and then bringing on guests, and it's very like, when did you know you were gay? But also like they interview a lot of musicians, so they talk a little bit about like being queer in the music industry and themselves. It's also just like fun.
Mm.
They like
Oh.
unpack some of the album stuff, and like
Yeah.
production wise, I always like those. I did also love their astrology episode. That was
Yeah,
fun.
they had an
We
astrologer
got
on
really
for a
into
double
that one.
episode. I was like,
Nice.
give me those first
God.
charts.
Let's go. But I feel like recently they've just been like, so what's up with you? And they're just like talking about their days, which I'm also into.
That's
Yes.
lovely.
I do think they feel very like musicians with podcasts right now. I feel like it's kind of like coming with the territory of it, where like they
Mhm.
have to do something to get a little bit more,
Yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
exposure, money, whatever. So I think they are podcasters that don't want to have a podcast, but here we are.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Mm.
Here we are.
And I'm listening.
Our lives are content.
Yeah. The cameras are rolling.
Yeah.
We're on the
Yes.
couch. Yeah.
Okay, so third record, and they were on a brand new label for this one, right?
Yeah.
Phoebe
Yes.
Bridgers' label.
Yes.
Mhm. Satisfactory.
And I did not do a deep dive into their other records, but do you guys have any context for how this compares to their more mainstream label records?
I feel like this one, the first like song with the feature too. They just
Mhm.
said, and we're on Phoebe's label.
Yeah.
Okay. But I do feel like this one is a bit more. I don't know. They have some more acoustic elements in this one. I feel like than the
And-
other ones felt more electropop to me.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like more digital albums.
Yeah.
And I do feel like they were kind of sitting in that pocket of like depressing,
Yeah.
like lesbian songs.
Yeah.
Which like we love.
Yeah.
And there were like some pop hits on their old stuff, like Number One Fan is on there,
Loved.
which we love. And I love all of their music entirely, but I do think this record is more like joyous.
Hell yeah.
I think so too.
Mhm.
Or not that I know the first two records very well, but this is a joyous record.
Yeah.
for sure.
Totally.
for sure.
Totally.
Should we get into the first track?
Yeah.
Speaking of joyous,
Let's do it.
Yeah.
My
God.
God.
Notes. The joyous anthem.
I love like good sensory things.
Mhm.
So I was like, oh, this is just a record about like touching soft things, or a song about touching soft things. I was like,
I mean,
this
then
is-
we've got oh my god, what's the other one later?
Solid?
Scarf. In my head,
Oh,
it's
Loose Garment.
Loose
Yeah.
Garment.
In my head, there's just a scarf.
Yes.
We'll talk about the visuals later.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So tell me how you guys feel about this one as an opener.
I think it's an interesting, like the acoustic guitar right off the top. Interesting.
Those acoustic guitars, I talk about sensory. I want to eat them.
Yeah.
They're
Mm.
so yummy.
There are so many little moments in this whole project where I'm like, oh, like what
Oh
was
yeah.
that?
Shout out to
Naomi.
Naomi McPherson. Excellent pop producer.
Yeah.
So I think just like production wise, this song is a great opener for me because those acoustics come in
Mhm.
and they're amazing.
Yeah. And I think it marries the rest of the like acoustic feeling songs on the album to their previous sound really well too. And kind of, I don't know, it's a good introduction to their more acoustic stuff, like the kind of girl and
Mhm.
Home by Now stuff you hear later.
Yeah, also this album leans like more country, I'm gonna say. There's a couple
Yeah.
like country songs
Yeah.
on there.
It's
Yeah.
giving Shania
Casey
Twain. It's giving,
Musgraves.
yeah.
It's giving the
Sheryl
chicks
Crow.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Very
fun.
that.
Mhm.
Life's so fun.
Life's so fun.
Life's so fun. And this single came out too in like 2021, right?
Mhm.
This single came out the day before I saw them.
Oh.
And then I got to hear them sing it the next day, and it was very exciting.
Oh
I saw them
my
in
God.
Indianapolis.
It came. Oh wait, no, I'm confusing it.
I didn't know you then.
Well, worse.
Crazy.
Damn. But it's like, life's so fun.
Yeah, it is. Got my rollerblades on.
Got my mini skirt and my rollerblades on. It's just so cute. And I love that Phoebe is on the first song. It feels very like, thanks, Mom. Like, we're on your label.
Yeah.
Here you go. Like, you can have like the first single and it's the first song on the album.
For real.
And I mean, this is an audio medium, but I would be remiss if I didn't bring up the music video for this song.
Oh, yeah.
My God.
It's so good.
It's stacked.
so... Yes.
It is. The cast.
Yeah, yeah.
Caleb
Like,
Heron.
Everybody
Yeah.
was there.
We love.
My God. And it's all just like, Zach, did you ever watch But I'm a Cheerleader?
No,
Need.
I read about it today.
So good.
Essential queer media. Essential.
Do my
It's in the
homework.
canon.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like Caleb Heron like is the RuPaul. Like
It's
it's
so
just
good.
so the layers of the culture are so deep. I was watching it and I was like, I just felt like a warm hug.
Real quick, my alternate game I had today was a game similar to a game we played called What's It Smashed, where I made the guess what guitar was being smashed.
Ooh.
But it was gonna be what shoes were the drag queen wearing when they did the deadfall.
Oh, that's it. The death drop.
Drop, thank you.
No, we love it.
Oh, my card's getting revoked.
So good. When we have like, are y'all like Drag Race fans?
I am.
Okay,
She is
okay,
big
me
time.
too. But like when we have someone on who's like we know ahead of time is like a Bible Drag Race fan,
Mhm.
like that's when we
That
gotta
will
whip it
pull out
out.
that game.
Yeah, 'cause it's so like encyclopedic. What was Lucy LaDuca wearing during episode? Da, 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 da.
Let's hear a little bit of this auditory blanket that they are singing about so earnestly.
Sundown and I'm feeling lifted.
Guitar's so good.
Downtown cherry lipstick.
Also, I feel like a lot of this
Watch your
album
silk
is
dress
fade-ins.
dancing in the
They
Yeah.
love a
wind.
good fade in with a
Watch it
filtered
brush
vocal,
against the
and I'm here
sand.
for it.
Makes me wanna try your on. Like life's so fun, life's so fun. Got my mini skirt and my rollerblades on. Bag on my side 'cause I'm out till dawn. Keeping it light like silk chiffon. Life's so fun, life's so fun. Don't need to worry about no one. She said I got her if I want. She's so soft like silk chiffon. Chiffon.
And it just
It's so
builds.
fun.
It's like so many layers.
The record scratch noise.
No, they're so like the '90s kid is very like on their sleeve.
Yeah.
I think this
Yeah.
whole record.
I agree with
It's
that.
so good. And I also love Phoebe's lyrics in her verse, where she's like,
Mhm.
I'm high and I'm feeling anxious inside of a CVS.
Yeah.
Relatable.
I was
But
like,
when they do
real.
it live, Naomi sings it,
I
and it's
love the live version.
it is what the crowd is there to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
here to see
Naomi's
Naomi
verse.
sing.
Oh my
Big time.
God.
No, we
Huge.
were screaming, crying.
Oh,
When that
screaming, crying,
happened.
throwing
Like-
up.
Yeah.
Was-
Shitting,
this was
farting.
their-
Yeah.
All of the above. This was their like closer, their encore.
Oh,
I was losing it. We had already
chills.
cried.
Yeah.
Of
She
course.
was already streaming.
Oh my God.
So good. Also, Katie's credited. I was looking through like the track credits today on the
Mhm.
LP. She's credited just for tambourine on this, which I love.
That's so hot.
She's in
Love.
there. Yeah, let's
Getting
go,
it.
Katie.
You better.
so hot. I can't even tell you.
Muna definitely one of the hottest bands.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Period.
And would also be remiss not to mention Josette Maskin running around the stage screaming silk during the song. Like not even
running.
not even pitched or anything,
No.
just
Silk! We're fucking screaming. No mic, I can hear you from the back of the house.
Oh my God.
We're just yelling. It's great.
That kicks ass.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's like, I feel like I saw a video of Julie Baker doing that, like absolutely sprinting
Yes.
across the stage. Like that one Kanye video, like where he just goes so fucking fast. You're like,
Like,
my
who was
God.
that?
Like stages are big. Like,
Yeah.
that's a long way to run.
So let's go
Oh,
for a
gosh.
jog.
Get your rollerblades on. This was my intro to Muna. Hearing
Yeah.
this song like when it first came out, and I feel like I kind of like missed the Muna train. I guess like I was just listening to other stuff at the time, so I like so needed an excuse to get into this record and like really dig around. Thank God, like it's so fun.
Yeah.
I love. I'll continue to gush, but Zach, were you a Muna head before?
No, I am notoriously like bad about keeping up with indie past like 2018.
Oh, okay.
And you're not a big like pop guy either.
No,
Oh, that's
but it did. I love Florence and the Machine, and this
Yeah.
scratched the same itch.
Yes.
A lot of those vocals, those powerful vocals,
Totally.
the immaculate
Mhm.
like soundscapes.
That totally makes sense.
So I was super about this record.
Hell yeah. Well, what I want is to go to the next song, perhaps.
Sure, tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
I'll tell you what I want. What I really, really want. I need to talk about. Okay, so we brought up Drag Race briefly.
Yes. Let's go right there.
Let's do it. Let's talk about Leland.
Yeah.
So this song, Katie, right, talked about like this being a co-write with
Mhm.
Leland, who is like kind of like, oh my god, an unsung but also a little bit sung. Like he was so instantly recognizable when I saw his name. Like queer music person, producer, songwriter.
Yes.
He has had such hits as several songs with Troye Sivan. He co-wrote Rush. He co-wrote on the Talk Talk remix with Charlie XCX. He did One of Your Girls. He did My. What I know him from is his vast body of work with RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yes.
Because he makes so many appearances, sometimes judging, sometimes helping the girls during songwriting challenges.
Didn't he? I think he wrote I Hate People for Willow Pill.
He wrote I Hate People for Willow Pill.
Love.
He wrote Goddess for Sasha Colby.
Obsessed with that.
Obsessed.
Yes.
He wrote the whole Joan Crawford musical.
Of course.
As
he should.
Joan Crawford musical. I did not know about this.
Yes,
I mean,
season 8.
I invited Emily to watch one episode of RuPaul's Drag Race with me one time, and I think I screamed so loud I did scare her, and she'll never come back. But in my defense, it was when Morphine came out to Rosalia, so I'm only a man.
I'll be
God.
honest. I'm on Drag Race TikTok right now.
And the cat chose
yeah.
Emily after that, so here we are.
Damn. She said,
It's my time.
we'll rotate. We
Yeah.
got to keep everyone warm.
Yes.
Yeah, he's such an icon. And I was like, I found that out after listening to the song. I was like, of course.
Mhm.
Like, of course, the gay culture, again, is so deeply woven into everything that's being touched here. Because this is just like, I want to dance in the middle of the gay bar.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
fun anthem. I love.
I do also think it's kind of like the real beginning of the album for me. Like the
Yeah?
first one is very much like like I love it so much. It's an anthem, but it's
Yeah.
also kind of like a Phoebe cosign.
Mhm.
And
Where
it
she's
feels
like,
like a standalone.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
think so,
In the same
totally.
way that Bohemian Rhapsody is a standalone.
Exactly.
You know?
Right.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
I also think it's interesting that they did the feature as the first track. I think that's a hot
Yeah.
take.
It is.
Like-
it's a bold move.
Yeah. It was out for a bit before
Yeah.
the album, which
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense, but I agree with
But this song comes in with like the traditional Muna like 80s synths
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
That
like
bass.
the big digital drums that feel like very particularly Muna.
Mhm.
Where I'm like, okay, and now we're
Very
now we're getting
Naomi.
started. Yeah.
It's so good. And the whole like thesis of this song, I think also is kind of great as thinking of it as like the true start, because it's very like, I've waited too long to be myself.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to take everything I want and I'm going to be all of the myself that I want to be.
Yeah.
So fucking suck on that. Like, I'm going to party.
Yeah.
And I think that rules.
Yeah. Sometimes we'll like listen to a song from like the 2000s or like the 90s on a podcast
Mhm.
or on an episode of our podcast. And it'll be like, it'll like have an innuendo or it'll like hint at like gay culture or whatever.
Yeah.
But I just
Yeah.
love that like they're like, hey, I'm going to dance in the middle of the gay bar right now.
Yeah.
Like,
I want that girl to have a crush on me. Like,
yeah.
period.
Yeah.
Period.
I also do think that like the transitions on this album from song to song. Oh my god, this cat is so fucking cute.
Aw.
But the transitions are so interesting. I think almost all the songs have one, like a fade into each other. I do
Mhm.
have my 5-second fade on Spotify, so maybe that's part of it. But I don't know. I love that this starts with the little cicadas and then just comes in like hot right off the bat.
Mhm.
Like, we're so at the club. Another also really good music video, like more queer culture.
Yeah.
Like Matt Rogers is in it, Meg
Oh,
Stalter is in it.
yes.
Like, and it's very like early 2000s club culture paparazzo.
Yeah.
It's so fun. Life's so fun. I want to just play a little bit of it.
Yeah, can we find the chorus? And I want
Yeah.
you guys to see if you can guess what 90s song they cited as an influence for the chorus.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, interesting.
I spent way too many years not knowing what I wanted, how to get it, how to live it, and now I'm gonna make up for it all at once. 'Cause that's just what I want. I want the full effects. I wanna hit it hard. I wanna dance in the middle of a gay bar. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's what I want. There's nothing wrong with what I want. Hey, yeah.
It's not so obvious. It's in some of the synths, I think, in the strings. Katie Gavin cited Toxic
Oh,
as,
okay. I see that for sure.
as
I
influence
rock
for the
with
strings
that.
there in the
Okay.
chorus.
Totally see that. Damn,
That's
I didn't
fun.
know that. I love that.
When I was listening to this for the first time, it felt very like Brat X Dua Lipa.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like make it gay.
I was gonna say Kate Bush. Like it's very,
Yeah.
very Kate Bush,
Mm.
or like Cyndi Lauper.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. It's just all of it. It's so much, and I love the muchness.
Yes.
I love it when it's much.
The drums in this one, like toms that travel. I love
Yeah.
that so much. Naomi.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm such a synth whore. I love synth. I love it. Oh my god. So every time we got that like sparkly, shimmery, like
Yeah.
do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh,
Also, who the hell puts the word psychosomatic in a
Right.
fucking pop song? God damn.
ugh, they got us again.
Is this record like the experience of walking into like an anthropology? You're just like,
I need to know so much
like
more.
every synth is like the texture of a different coat or the smell of a fancy
honestly,
candle
yes.
or the
Oh.
shimmer of a jewelry.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time
Well,
in anthropology.
Yeah, your girlfriend works at anthropology. I was like,
Go to
that's such a
anthropology and
specific
touching all the
reference.
coats.
Yeah.
Let's go.
My girlfriend worked at one for a long time.
No, you're so right though.
Yeah.
You're so right.
We've got all the textures.
Yeah, it's giving different textures.
all the textures, all the smells.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the
everything.
colors,
Yeah.
all the
Lots
Looking
of-
at those window displays.
Yes. They just had like a giant clay pot the size of me in one of the stores. And I was like, wow, that gives me a feeling. Just like this song does. Runner's High,
me a
track number
feeling.
3.
seeing an anthropology display window going, that gives me a feeling.
That gives me a feeling. And I said,
Something
that's
about
exactly
that.
what I wanted to.
Something about that. Genius. We're talking about Runner's High.
Sure.
Gorge.
Yeah, tell me, how do you guys feel about this? We're 3 songs into the record.
Mm-hmm.
This one, there's some funny stuff about running. How do you, I'll let you guys start it.
This is an interesting third track choice.
This song makes me feel like I can fly
Yes.
in like
Yeah.
a dangerous way.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Where I'm like,
Watch out.
halfway through the song, could I punch someone immediately? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I already have.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Especially live because they're jumping the whole time, even though the song builds.
That's crazy.
But like by the time it feels like you should be jumping, you've been jumping for so long that you're like, am I flying? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Do I
This
have a
scene-
Runner's High?
Yeah.
I have. Seeing it live did change it for me. I always really liked it,
Yeah.
like the studio
Mhm.
version, but seeing it live, I was like, oh fuck, I love this song.
And for a
Ooh.
song
There we go. I'm
that's
gonna say it again.
yeah, for a song that's so like the emphasis is so much on the production, I
Mhm.
do think the production leaves so much room for the lyrics.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And Katie Gavin always hitting for the avoidant girlies.
Literally.
But it's like such a cool, like it's one of those songs where the production hits you right away and you're like, oh, I love this feeling, I love how this makes me feel. But then like on your second, third, fourth listen, you're like, whoa.
Yeah. It's like,
You're like,
now I'm
wait.
listening.
You're like, wait a minute.
Owie.
I do feel like it doesn't have like a traditional chorus. It has the like
Mhm.
just kind of like that hook.
Yeah.
And then those big giant hits, which I'm obsessed with.
So did you guys read at all about the 5-minute game they played for this song?
No.
So this was a game they came up with when they had like some downtime in the studio, and each member had like 5 minutes to add something to the production.
Oh.
Oh.
And so like that's kind of why like it builds the way it does.
Interesting.
Because like someone would go lay something down,
That's amazing.
and they only had 5 minutes, and someone else would come.
So you're like, let's just out all the hits.
Yeah.
That's great.
So I wish we could play the whole song
Right.
on the episode.
Yeah.
But just the way it builds is so cool, and it's just each
Mhm.
member being like, "Oh, let's try this on top of this layer." And
That's so
That's
sick.
so sick.
I
It's
didn't
really
know
cool.
that.
That's a fun exercise. I mean, I
Right.
don't write music at all, but like that seems like a good way to just like juice some stuff out. And then sometimes it happens and you get like a kick-ass song.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy amount
That's
of trust.
so interesting.
I think we both would cry.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Because it's like, that's not how I was going to do it, though.
It'd be tears.
This was also during 2020, so they probably had a lot of time on their
Damn,
hands.
yeah,
They were just
yeah.
playing.
Real. Oh, didn't we all?
But there is a really good switch 'em up at a minute 40 if we want to play
Hell
this
yeah.
song.
Yeah.
Just the beat changing in a way that one member wrote without knowing, what the next member was going to write.
Again, the trust.
I know.
But they feel like a band that's very in sync with each other.
I think so too.
They've known each other for what, like 10 years?
10 years. I'm over.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If I regress and picture you laying.
I don't run. Is that a good running tempo?
I have run to the song, and it's kind of a bad running song.
Okay. Okay. Speak on that.
I literally had this in my running playlist because I was like, runner's high, and then I was like, this is kind of too slow.
Oh, yeah. Joggers high.
Joggers high.
Speed walkers, adrenaline rush.
Yeah, I realize now this is kind of like my I have to get somewhere walking
Yeah.
pace.
Yeah.
I do love
Speed
though. I love the sort of like lyrical, like grander metaphor here.
Yeah.
Of like, oh, ha, 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 runner's high. Like you like physically run a distance and get a bunch of endorphins, and you're like, fuck yeah. But this version is more so, like you said, the avoidant girly is like kind of leaving a relationship and then, or leaving someone behind or what have you, leaving something and getting this rush of like energy and like self reinvention.
Mhm.
And
Totally.
being like, wait, like, is this just because I just left something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does sound like the feeling of leaving a really, like physically getting in your car and driving away. That's what this song feels like.
Totally.
Damn.
Yeah, damn.
Let's all sit with that.
Yeah.
Because I'm so not an avoidant girly. Like, I'm an anxious girly.
And
So I'm like,
and say that.
yeah. Yeah. So I'm
Wait.
like, if I were to have a relationship and I would not get energy from that, I would simply be like, well, that's the end of everything.
Yeah. Well, I have things to say about that when we get to Handle Me.
Oh, perfect.
Have you seen on their Spotify like artist page, they have anxious, secure, and avoidant playlists.
Oh,
Oh.
my God.
This one is on the anxious attachment style
Holy
playlist.
shit.
It is?
It is. Katie put it there.
Well, Katie's wrong.
The writer.
I need to talk to my therapist about that. We've been
Yeah.
talking about attachment styles.
No, it's very
That's
interesting.
So funny. I have to go listen to some of those playlists.
Yeah,
It's such
that's
a
huge.
unique idea.
The like majority of this album is on the secure attachment style playlist, which I was like, okay, Katie.
Totally.
I was like, okay, Katie.
Right. Big flex.
No, anxious is
fictionally.
runner's high and home by now. was like,
home by now.
I have so much to say about this. I have so much to say
I
about
know.
that.
Let's okay for the rest of this. Let's assign an attachment
Yeah.
style
Yes.
to each of the songs.
Yes.
Runner's High feels avoidant to me. I think, even
Yeah.
though they put it on the anxious playlist. I agree.
Yeah, I'm trying to like think through the lens of an anxious attachment style. Like, why would Katie say that about yeah. Feels like running. which
feels
is-
like running to me.
Feels like running. There was a quote from Naomi, and at the end of it, like they were just like talking about the song, and at the end of it, they were like, "We're not gonna run to it, but we hope you do."
Cutie
I thought they were
baby.
real for that.
With all this running, you think we would have ran home by now?
Oh my god.
Oh, good one.
No. This is a cold ass beat. Like this goes hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna just play it from the beginning.
For a breakup song too, right? Breakup
Yeah.
song.
It's oh god.
It just stays the whole time. It's so consistent.
Heard that you were selling your piano in your car.
Oh my god.
You were Oh God, the lyrics in this one are so good.
Katie's
Yes.
low register.
I know,
take a
alto
moment.
Love.
I love her.
I love it. As an alto myself,
Yeah.
I hold space
feeling
for other
seen.
altos.
Also, they should be proud of this entire record, but if Naomi's proud of one song off this record, like, you ate. Naomi,
So-
if you ever hear this, you ate.
Naomi, I love you.
Down. Okay, did Naomi produce everything on this record?
There's
Yes.
like co-production, but Naomi's
Yeah.
credited on
Yeah.
every single song.
You better work.
Right?
You better work.
And it's interesting. It's them and Gio who pretty much did everything.
We
like
love Gio.
Yeah.
Gio's Muno's bassist, for those who do not know.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, and
Hell
they
yeah.
all like 4 of them kind of just did the whole thing. They're credited for production and engineering on almost every track, which are like, shit.
Ate it up.
This song was my first favorite song from the record.
Yeah,
Nice.
Ooh, tell me more.
I see that.
It's just, especially the synths in the bridge or like right after the last chorus, like I feel taken to church a bit, where I'm just kind of like, I'm floating in my queer joy, and I love how it
So what
sounds.
is love supposed to feel like anyway? Why
Yeah.
is it so
Yeah.
hot in LA?
in late October?
Yeah.
It's so crazy. I'm thinking about global warming now.
And here we are.
It's like David Attenborough when he's like talking about the penguins. He's like, by the way, they won't exist soon.
You're like, oh,
Fuck.
Yeah.
God damn it.
But it's also so, not to be, it's so lesbian, but it is, especially because a lot of lesbians keep ex-partners in their life.
Yes.
It is such a specific feeling to be still in the same circles as somebody that you used to love and cherish.
Yeah.
And then like have the thought of like, oh, if we had just stuck it out a little bit longer, if I had changed, if you had changed, like as like an ever-present thought,
yeah.
Yeah.
this one hits.
Big what if.
Yeah.
Oh, it's wild. I felt that way too about like Anybody But Me.
Yeah.
Anything
Yeah.
But Me. Where there was that very like, yeah, but like call me up if you need anything.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like,
Brutal.
which is
I'll
very
be here for
lesbian coded.
anything yeah.
Yeah. The song rips. It's so like so much of the songwriting on this record just really like took the wind out of me a little bit.
Right?
Mhm.
Because this song is very like you said, like, what if we had kept it up? What if I stuck it out? If I had to assign this an attachment style, it would be so okay. There's anxious, avoidant, and secure.
Mhm.
But there's a secret fourth option,
Ooh.
Oh.
and that's disorganized.
Yes.
Which is when you're both, and this is kind of where I fell, both anxious and avoidant.
Mm.
I like read this really good book recently, and I don't practice polyamory, but there's a really good section on attachment styles. It's called Polysecure, and the book described this as simultaneously one foot on the gas and one foot on the brakes at all times.
Mhm.
And that's kind of what this song made me think of.
Yeah.
Is this like, I walked away from this, but also what if I didn't? But also
Yeah.
I did, but also like, who could we be? And it's just very like, there's so much internal conflict here. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Katie, you were kind of crazy for this one.
Katie.
Katie, babe. Like, my God. So I would give it the secret fourth option, personally.
That's good.
I gotta add another playlist to there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call him up.
Hey guys.
Got some things to say.
Anything else we want to say on Home by Now before we get into Kind of Girl?
Oh man.
Brutal.
Brutal.
That's all I got.
Yeah.
Brutal. Absolutely brutal.
I love an 80s synthy production moment. And
Mhm.
again,
Those
cold
drums.
beat.
Always.
It's a sparkly song.
Yeah.
Off the
Yes.
record. Bringing it back to the pairing.
Very,
Yeah.
very.
It's bubbly.
Yes.
Mhm. I guess that's a good time to pause and ask, does anyone need a refill? Because I could.
I could as well.
I have more wine.
Yeah, more 80s synth pop drink.
BRB Divas.
All right, y'all. We're back. I've been vigorously Googling attachment styles off air. I'm learning. This podcast is about learning.
I love that. Thank you for showing up every day.
All the homework.
Thanks. And we're on track number 5, Kind of Girl.
Mhm.
I love a good pre-chorus. I love good songwriting and lyrics. How do you guys feel about this song? What are your likes?
Pop country vibes.
Yeah.
Kind of low key, first kind of acoustic-y vibe. And I feel like we've been going so hard. It's like banger, 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 banger. I'm like, no, yeah, we can just hang out for a sec.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for this, I took notes on the album when I was listening to it the last time, and I have 2 notes. One is this is why the world needed Katie Gavin, and the second note is
Yeah.
get fucked Katie Gavin.
But true.
But true, very much how I feel.
They do say this is like the heart of the record. She said that before, and I fully agree with that because, like, smack dab in the middle of the whole project, and it's, dare I say, the most lyrically strong
Yeah.
and absolutely devastating.
Also, I do think about Katie writing it in her bathtub,
Oh my god!
which is notoriously the story of the song.
Oh.
Started writing it in her bathtub, and I just think about her in the bath singing about her little garden, and I say,
Why is that like gonna make me?
I
emotional?
love you.
Oh, that's so real, though.
Yeah.
Where's the craziest spot you two have written a song?
Oh,
That's a good question.
Probably like outside of a club or a venue or a bar. Like I will
go back to the club.
Yeah. No, if I get an idea, I will excuse myself and like go into the alley and like record a voice memo.
Oh, I love
Because
that.
otherwise I'll lose it.
No. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did recently get an Apple Watch, and I can record voice memos on it, and I can record voice memos on my bicycle now, which is a
Wow.
great time for me. So I'll just be like pedaling around. I'm like, I have something to say to myself for later.
That's so
It feels
huge.
very like
The fu-
spy.
The future is
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Yes.
The future is here.
Very
And it's on my
spy.
fucking wrist. Let's go.
I love that. You're probably so free, like ride on your bicycle.
I'll
like,
be singing.
like down like a
Like,
straight way on
people
a
can probably
bike
hear me.
lane.
Yeah.
I'm the kind of girl.
Because you're just blown past him for what, a second or two?
Yeah.
There's nothing more freeing than like being on a long stretch with like a bike lane
Exactly.
in Chicago. Like
Be up there on the 606.
Yeah.
wailing.
Oh my god, on the 606.
I want to hear that record.
Oh,
Oh my god.
so
That's so good.
gorge.
You write songs in the shower.
I do.
That's a good
Singing
thought.
in the shower.
Oh, that was, you really tried to out me there. No, if I send Emily a voice recording for like an idea of a song and I'm in the shower, it is actually insane. Because something happens to me in the shower where I'm like, this is the best idea I've ever written. And then I'll listen to it an hour later. I'm like, I cannot believe another
Can we
human
talk
heard
about
that.
the shower mic?
We cannot hear. No.
What's the shower?
The shower, Michael. I mean,
I have, listen.
what, do you have like a little lob on your loofah?
I
Like,
don't
It's
even
giving
know.
Katie Gavin in the bathtub.
I need
is.
to write. I need to write songs. I do think that it's important to note that I process through songwriting, and Emily writes after she has processed things. So there's a little bit of a discrepancy in our songwriting form. But I do have a wireless mic that
Yeah.
I keep near the shower
yeah.
Allegedly.
And this is so valid.
because sometimes I'll get an idea.
Yeah. I mean, a shower is a fantastic place to ponder.
I
Thank
bet
you.
the acoustics are great, right?
Yeah,
You got a little natural reverb.
singing,
Yeah.
Thus far,
A little bit of water ambiance.
Yeah, a little rain stick, but like, you know.
thus far, only Emily can ever hear those.
Yeah.
We'll never be shared.
That's all we need to say about
It's the
the shower
lore.
mic.
It's the band lore.
I work out a lot of fake arguments in the shower.
Oh, I love that.
I do a lot of like, if I were to go back in this situation, like,
Yeah.
and I really would have said this and another thing, and just like ate someone up
Perfect comeback.
with a perfect after the fact comeback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just what it could have been.
Yeah. I'm like washing my face. I'm like, and by the way, that was really fucked up what you did.
That's so wild. All right, so she wrote this in the bathtub.
Yes.
Yes.
Is there bathtub influence in this song, or did it just happened where?
Interesting.
That's the first time I've ever asked this question on the show.
Is there bathtub influence?
Is she-
What's that on Pitchfork?
Like,
or
is
was that
there
on-
any? Does she invoke a rubber duck? What is?
I have gotten itchy in the bathtub.
Yeah.
You could say it's giving reflection, self-reflection.
Very.
Okay.
I do think the production of this, so Katie herself is a little folksy singer-songwriter, lyrical girly. And I think that this song on the album really stands out because the production is so considerate to like the subject matter.
Mhm.
Like I think the guitars and it is pretty simple compared to like the big pop hits that Naomi also makes. But I think that this production,
It feels the most like her solo album she just put out.
yes, I think this
Yeah.
production like caters to the lyrics more so than other songs on the album.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that.
It's a little country influence, right? Am I
Yeah.
remembering it correctly? Yeah.
Mhm. Yeehaw.
Can we just maybe try to plop in and try to find this fun pre-chorus and just kind of listen for the production we're talking about?
Yeah. My first sparkling wine burp of the episode.
A pink bubble just flew out.
Very
Glenda.
wicked. Yeah. Oh, it's Glinda. Oh, no, so nice to see you, isn't it?
Definitive. I'm not some kind of minor trope who's never gonna change that so derivative.
I love that. That rhyme scheme with the rhythm.
I could get up tomorrow, talk to myself real gentle, work in the garden.
Going from that, like, what could have been in the track before to, like, what could be.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Oh my God. I like literally saw, I think it was a tweet today where someone was, and this song felt very that, where it was someone talking about like how like you can literally decide like what kind of person you want to be and then be that person. Like you can literally do that.
Are you sure?
Literally. Well, not, you know. But if you're like, you know, if you're like in the bathtub and you're thinking like tomorrow I'll be nice to myself and tomorrow I'll work in the garden, but you're not currently being nice to yourself or you don't have a garden, like there can still exist a timeline in the near future where like you do develop that habit or you do have that garden. Like you can literally be that person. And I think that's so fun and so freeing.
You can be that kind of girl.
You can be that kind of girl.
Can.
And I do
It's
think
so sweet.
it's so important to acknowledge that like live they also dedicate that Muna dedicates this song to the trans homies in the audience, which is like really powerful.
That's really nice.
And beautiful.
Yes.
On their live album, they sing it with the trans choir of, oh God. I don't know
Oh,
where they
enough.
are.
I'm gonna cry.
In LA. Yes.
I'll weep.
Of LA. And it's, oh my God, it's so good. It's so good.
I mean, that's also so, that fits so well. Of
Yeah.
course it fits
Heart
so
of
well.
the album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh
also
my
the
God.
line, I like telling stories, I don't have to write them in ink. Fuck you, Katie.
Yes. Literally.
Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I love using that phrase or like saying that something's written in pencil.
Yeah.
You know, or saying that something isn't like capital something, it's lowercase something. Just, I think acknowledging the sort of, sorry, let me take a hit of my fat blunt. The fleeting existence of humanity. And the ways with which we can take our lives into our own hands.
Our podcast is gonna exist forever, bro.
It's actually so profound, man. It's so sweet. Also, like in Spotify, like on the sort of side window, I can see a snippet from, or like a sort of repeating like GIF or whatever from the music video where they're doing cowboy drag.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Cowboy boy
That's
drag.
a whole other thing.
I mean, do we even
Be
have the
watching that
time?
video. Oh shit.
Katie Gavin with stubble.
Love it.
Hey,
I'm
let's talk
here.
about that. That's another
Let's
podcast.
talk about
Let's talk about all of them individually at length.
And let's get into it.
Oh, spin-off podcast.
That specific music video.
It's just a podcast called Muna Doing Boy Drag.
Yeah. Drag King.
Now what?
Love. It's
Also,
so fun.
The background vocals of all of them in like the second chorus. I think it's the second chorus of this one. I love when they all sing together. It's so good.
Yeah. That's so like
Little
we're in a
harmonies.
band.
Yeah.
Just
Oh my
sing
God,
together.
we should be singing together.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's that?
so sweet. What attachment style would you give this song?
I'm the kind of girl. I'm gonna go ahead and say
Secure.
secure.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's love
She's
thyself.
feeling confident. She's feeling secure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
From what I learned off air, secure.
Yeah.
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 I'm trying to think of a good pun for handle me.
It leads me, speaking of attachment styles, I'm going to take your job because it does lead me right into how I feel about
Take
it.
your job.
Thank you.
you're allowed. You're
Please talk
encouraged.
in. Please talk in.
Because as a person with an anxious attachment style, this song pisses me off.
Tell me more.
Speak on
Because
that.
if you have an anxious attachment style, I love you so much. But I happen to fall in love with women with avoidant attachment styles, and it's really bad for me. And this song sucks because I just imagine them all singing it, and I hate them all.
Oh.
And why is it that like anxious people and avoidant people so often get matched up? It's crazy.
Because of the brain.
Opposites attract
Because
and
of
what
the
have
brain.
you. No, this song is sexy. The song is straight up sexy, but
Yes.
it's also like, okay, how would you describe the thesis of this song? The core argument of this song is what? Just like, I'm not fragile. Friggin' have sex with me. Touch me.
I also think there's like a feeling of like, I don't know, maybe just like mental illness, a feeling like,
Well, it's Muna.
yeah. I think there's a feeling of like holding on to that feeling that we're all unlearning is not true, whatever. But there is that feeling that like you're too fucked up for anybody to like understand
Oh, yeah.
Like too much emotion.
And that can be
as
hot.
well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get into it.
I was surprised. I like looked at the lyrics for this song before I listened to it, and I was so surprised by how like kind of lo-fi and chill this song is compared to the lyrics. Because the lyrics are like, I'm not a flower, I'm not a new bicycle, like you can handle me. And I thought it was going to be a little kind of WWE SmackDown vibes, like you can roughhouse me. But it's very like, dare I say, demure.
Yeah, they come in with the ballad right now.
Yeah, it's
They're
kind
way
of, it's
back.
very lovely.
The saxophone?
And let's speak on that. And I love horns. I love brass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, do we want to play some of it?
Yeah.
I would love
I've
to.
got a timestamp at 3:04, but it might not be what we're looking for.
Well,
Is it
we'll
that
see.
drum re-entry? Because that's my favorite part.
Is it that drum
Is it that
re-entry?
drum re-entry?
Well, we can find it. We'll find it, and then our editor will make it look like we knew where it was the whole time.
It was that drum re-entry. Oh my god.
I love our nerd ass podcast. It's so good. It makes me so happy. Let's see if it was that drum re-entry. I would love if it was.
Okay, so I picked that timestamp because I loved like the shoegaziness of burying the vocal so deep.
Yeah.
Like, it's just another element of the mix.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, oh, like what a cool outro. We haven't heard that type of outro yet.
Yeah.
Especially with all the buried vocal samples that are just constantly happening throughout the album.
Mhm.
But burying that vocal, I agree. Like
Yeah.
marrying it with the other synths, it just kind of feels like another synth in a really good way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, she's like whispering and
Very new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we can find the drum re-entry.
It's somewhere in verse 2.
Okay.
I think it's near the word alone.
Control F alone.
That's amazing.
I'm fucking typing over there.
Control F alone.
Spotify lyric speedrun.
New band name.
Searching for alone.
Okay, I found
Control
it.
F alone is
So
kind of a
good.
good name for something.
That's amazing.
Control F alone.
Wow.
If you love someone, it's best to just leave them alone.
It's so good.
I got chills.
Like, we're pulling it back on alone.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Naomi. Love you. Love you. Oh.
Again, it feels very 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is some lovely 90s kind of like.
It's those trash drums.
Yes.
Trash drums.
Yes.
They said trash can toms, they're everything, and I'm so here
Obsessed
for
with that. Yeah.
Not mad. Not mad at
Yeah.
all.
I love
Come on, Alanis.
I love the 90s.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's giving very Alanis. It's kind of giving like Avril Lavigne's debut.
God,
Trash
Avril.
drums, production wise. Another
both
great
Canadian.
episode.
Wow.
Yeah.
I had no idea there
Wow.
was so much
Get into that.
Avril Lavigne influence.
Okay, Canada. Oh, Canada.
Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada.
Is that the start of their national anthem?
Oh, Canada.
We all picked different. I love that for us. Not a harmony. Not a three-part harmony.
Oh, look at all of us singing together.
It turns out I'm actually joining the band.
Yeah, let's go.
Dare I say.
First song is called Control F Alone.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
I'm clocked in.
I had no idea that this would be the next song.
Yeah.
I'm getting worse at this.
I love when you lie through your teeth.
Yeah, turns out I just lie on this podcast.
Okay.
My note for this one was LOL at intro.
Yeah.
Speak on that.
Katie wins for opening line.
Yeah, tell me how you guys interpret this line.
Oh, yeah.
I love a great first line.
Oh yeah.
Like, just really makes you go, huh? Like, yeah, what's the rest of the
It
song
really
gonna
did
be
make me
about?
go, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. I think you think I'm like a virgin, not in a biblical sense.
She said, and let me be a little unhinged.
Yeah. But there's this movie, I think it was like a Netflix studio movie, and it had is it Natalie or Natalia from Stranger Things?
Natalia.
Dyer? Natalia Dyer. She was in this movie. It was called Yes, God, Yes.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah, and she's like at a Catholic school.
Yeah.
And she's like horny at Catholic school, but she's at Catholic school, so she
Classic.
can't be. And this song made me think of that. But it was also like
Ooh.
if she was a freak on the down low.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
like if everyone at Catholic school was like, yeah, well, yes, you're at Catholic school, so like you're chilling and vibing, and she's like, wait, but I'm kind of a freak in my head though, lady in the streets,
Not
freak
in
in
a
the
biblical
sheets,
sense.
not in a biblical
No.
sense.
I love that tie-in. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, very specific. Haven't seen it in years.
But agree.
Yeah,
Good.
If we're getting biblical.
love.
We're getting biblical.
I think that's what did it. Even though it's not in the biblical sense, had to go Bible.
That's a good
I also love the fade in intro from Handle Me into No Idea scratches a very particular itch in my
Ooh,
brain.
I want to play it.
All of the fate, like, oh my god, they're so good. So well thought out.
Yeah,
Gonna
it's a
play it.
really.
And bless you.
It makes sense
And
that.
God bless you.
Thank
God
you.
bless-
I
in a
Catholic school
biblical sense.
survivor.
In a biblical sense.
It makes sense that the guitar player is also the producer on this record because you're right. All this, everything goes so well together.
Mm.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the end of Handle Me going into No Idea.
That's insane.
Like,
So
it's
good.
so smart. The whole album's so smart.
I think you think I'm like
Oh.
a virgin.
Did you guys catch the co-write on this one? When I read it, it made so much sense.
Yes.
Is it?
I was
Mitski.
surprised.
Oh.
Did you know it's only a verse 2 co-write?
Really?
Oh.
I'm gonna reread verse 2 right now.
Right?
That makes sense. Because I was listening to this, I saw there was like the Mitski co-write, and I was like, this is wildly upbeat for Mitski. But then I like thought about it, and I was like, Mitski like with a Muna mask on.
With a
Yeah.
Buddha mask.
Mm.
And the
Like-
Mitski and Katie Gavin worlds overlap
Yeah.
in so many
Sure.
different ways that are important to me.
Like in what
On the
ways?
record.
Yes, on the new record.
Oh,
that
on the Katie
Mitski-
Gavin record?
Yeah, on the Katie Gavin.
I need to listen.
I have a Naomi quote for this song.
Please.
specifically.
Oh, please.
At the time, we were toying with the idea of the third record being an alternative reimagining of the past, wherein we were the biggest boy band in the late 90s and early 2000s, but we are ourselves and gay.
Work.
And this was their like song that started that, and then also Solid.
Solid.
I
It's
so
giving big
see it
boy
with
band.
Solid.
Yeah.
Oh
Right?
my god.
They are One Direction for lesbians.
are.
And now they've said so.
And they claimed it.
Confirmed.
And thank you,
Wow.
Naomi.
And that's why I'm standing there screaming, crying, going, what is this feeling? So sudden.
But it's not loathing.
No,
It's
quite the
loving.
opposite.
Did you love the Wicked movie?
It was so good.
I loved
saw it
the
twice.
We saw it
Wicked
together the
movie.
day that our album came out. And so
That's
we were
okay.
it was very gay and we both very much cried.
We're at the end, we looked at each other and we were like,
God.
like, ugly crying.
Zach, did you see the Wicked movie?
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, I think. Do you know Wicked like as a musical? Like,
Popular.
okay,
Biblically. Yes.
I'm sorry, that's the only little tidbit
No,
I know about it.
that's
I
fine.
love the first movie,
This is the first movie.
but it's about
The Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of
The
Oz.
The Wizard of Oz is the first movie. It's so wild.
That was incredible.
That's genius.
I love the
That's
first movie.
genius.
I was like, I love the first movie.
They couldn't see me wince after I said that.
Zach's
Oh my
like,
God.
yeah, Judy Garland's in it,
Garland's
right?
the first one.
Wicked with Liza Minnelli. Imagine. Imagine.
Part 2.
And they still have time.
Please.
Put her in there. Oh my god.
Anywho,
So speaking of the 90s influence, they also cite Daft Punk and LCD Sound System in this song. And there's this super cool, like, weird lick production thing at a minute 02.
yeah.
And I couldn't pin the song. I'm like, this reminds me of a song, but I can't pin it. But maybe we can all together, all four of our little brains.
We'll put our 4 brain cells together.
You're getting loose, blame it on the juice. Is that it?
Okay.
I think it's Lizzo.
Okay, Lizzo. Okay.
I had
It's
something.
90s Lizzo.
No, that's not
Wait.
90s.
Lizzo touring with
No,
Haim,
But that little
influencing
lick,
Luna.
right?
There you go.
Fuck.
And we're all
I'm
good.
thinking Dua Lipa again.
Oh,
I'm
could be
thinking
Dua Lipa.
What's I don't remember the name of the song, but where she goes when Dua Lipa goes, because I'm doing better now.
Yeah.
Could be that too.
That's where my brain went. That's my brain cells vote, and that's only a quarter of the population here. So
But then the guitar. This is the first time we get like a guitar coming in
Yeah.
like that, and that's
So
very
good.
Daft Punk.
Yeah.
so funky.
That's so good.
My God, rip Daft Punk. Wait, they're back again, right?
No, I think they're still blew each other up.
Oh, they're
Remember?
still dead.
Yeah.
Rip.
We're still dead.
Many moon ago on the podcast,
Ooh.
Daft Punk broke up, and we poured one out for Daft Punk. We got a keg.
We got a keg.
Daft Punk. Oh my god.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
And hey, and you know what's crazy?
That was a solid episode.
Well, yes, and also,
You know what's crazy about the solid episode?
you know what's crazy? We did kind of a good job.
Oh, sorry,
No.
I was just trying to transition. Go ahead.
No, it was good. We got you.
Oh. No, I was gonna be bitter. I was gonna say, you know what's crazy? They don't even know we did that.
Wow.
They don't even know we did that. Ungrateful bastards.
That was like $80 at a Benny's.
And you had to return the keg.
Yeah.
Oh, you had to go all the way back to the Bennies.
Yeah.
God. They have a keg return? It's like a library?
Well,
Yeah.
Hey.
because at the end of it, you just
back.
have
I'm
this
obsessed with you.
big cylinder. Well, when you read a library book, you don't suck all the book out of it.
Yeah, you don't drink all the
That
the
was-
book.
It's like a kerosene return.
Yes.
An exchange.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Always have a
all
new
the
one.
grilling I'm doing.
Yeah, you know. In my yard.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy if when you, because I'm a reader, I'm a library girl.
Mhm.
If like when you checked out a book from a library and you read it, then the book went away and you had to give the cover back.
Damn.
Hmm.
It just blank pages.
I really could go on a tangent about Inkheart. I'm stopping myself. I heard it. I said it's not important.
And that's another
That
podcast.
rock-
Another podcast.
That brought back things.
Inkheart?
Yeah.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we will.
That's the drive home or the walk home. You guys are
Yeah.
not to dox us. I love the next song. This when I read about the boy band thing, I was like, of course,
Mhm.
with Solid. Like it's so good.
Those group vocals.
Those backgrounds, we talk about them daily.
My God.
Let's hear them.
Yeah.
The nocals.
Get rid of it.
You got Nocals, Cocals, and Jokals.
She is not a screen on which you project. She is not a scene on your movie set. She is not a mirror in which you reflect. Yeah, she is of material substance. She's so solid. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My baby is so solid. She's so
I can see them all doing their little choreographed dance. Let's go boy band.
Yeah, no idea
Word.
into Solid is when live they all start kind of humping each other on stage, which is
Sure.
which is my favorite part.
I'm sure it's pretty popular.
But also the guitar tone in this is like, ugh, it scratches such
And
an
the drums
itch.
are sick.
It's so fucking
Yeah.
good.
So
It's a
80s.
good song.
Actually,
Yeah.
I love this song.
Yeah.
You didn't know.
Actually, I love this album.
How many times have you said you love this song?
Mm,
I think just a couple.
What track are we on?
You haven't been on every track,
You're doing
so
pretty
you're
good.
still true
Yeah.
to your
I'm
word.
keeping it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though spiritually.
Pull myself back.
Oh my God. I love this song. I just thought of like if your girlfriend was a bodybuilder
Oh yeah.
and you were
Yeah.
like Yeah, look at my goddamn brick house of a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Get into that if
What's
you
that
please.
Kristen Stewart movie?
The
Oh,
You know what I'm
Love
talking
Lies
about.
Bleeding?
Yeah, that
Didn't
one.
watch it, need to. Didn't watch it, need to.
didn't watch
Unless
it. Don't
I-
need to.
I have thoughts.
Oh,
I did,
tell me
watched
more.
it, have thoughts.
Okay.
Wasn't expecting the weird sci-fi ending where
Interesting.
girlfriend is now like
Spoiler.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. If you haven't seen it, skip.
We'll include a timestamp.
Girlfriend is now 5 stories tall.
Whoa!
Wasn't expecting that.
Colossus?
Because I knew she was huge.
Yeah.
Like muscle-wise.
But like all
But,
of
like-
a sudden is a giant.
Whoa.
Kristen Stewart's hot, so it's okay.
Well, yes.
They're both hot.
Well, yes.
Otherwise, good.
Okay, work.
Also, way bloodier than I thought it was going to be.
I knew it was, well, Love Lies Bleeding.
It was. It
Yeah.
was bleeding. Everything.
The song does remind me of that movie, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it also kind of has like an 80s training montage quality.
Yeah.
Kind of a rocky quality to it.
Yeah.
And they did like a lot of merch around it where they were lifting and TikToks
lifting at
and
the gym.
things.
Sure.
So that's fun.
Perfect.
Huh.
I love a brand.
Wow, this
I
is going
love
on
branding.
my gym playlist now.
Yes! Oh my god.
So, yeah, I am.
Wait. That's genius.
Yeah.
I liked this one. This was one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's really nice. And I think it's placed nicely in the record too.
I agree.
Like you're
Solid
ready for it
placement.
by track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dare I say?
Ah, dare you.
Yeah.
Dare we all.
You're ready to have like another good feel good. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we keep feeling okay. Speaking of placement,
Mhm.
I was surprised that Anything But Me was placed this late on the record because this is what, like the second biggest song on the album, I think.
This was a single.
This was a
Yeah,
single.
The second single.
Second single. Because it was Silk
Um,
Chiffon and then that, right?
This video did gay things to me.
Very that.
The line dance? Forget it.
Yeah. I mean, Naomi and Josette tied up. Great.
Hey, hello.
What
Hi.
the fuck?
Hey, guys.
Also, last thing about Solid, the squeak at the very end of it,
Mm.
I don't know what it is. It's so good. Do you know what I'm talking about?
You love a weird production choice.
I
play
need
it.
to,
The
yeah.
whole guitar.
I need to play
Joe really went off in this one.
Shout out to Josette
Shout out to
Maskin.
Josette.
Majorly.
Angel dance. She does. Oh, it's so satisfying.
2 big drum hits, right?
I love two big drum hits.
And it is the end.
Two
Let
big
me
drum
know.
hits, but you're just going, the end.
Yeah. What does Josette say? Right now.
Right now.
That's in Anything But Me, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so perfect timing. You actually transition. There we go.
Thank you so much, and it is a perfect podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you. Anything But Me.
So she wrote
Love
this one
Yana Love.
in her car. Not as cool as a bathtub or a bike.
But still.
Valid.
move.
Have y'all ever written it? I don't write songs. Do y'all ever write in your car?
I do write in my car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see that for you.
And they're like singing away. It's a good
I
place
see
to
that
sing.
for you.
Yeah.
I see you getting inspired in your car amongst the Wendy's wrappers. Open containers
Wow,
of dried
shots fired. I've been
apricots.
called out on air right now.
We're all revealing things. I just talked about my shower mic.
Shower mic didn't make it.
Yeah.
If we're all
Um,
being vulnerable.
The
yeah.
smell of stale Wendy's does inspire creativity in my soul.
Your car smells fine. Hey, for posterity's sake, Zach's car smells fine.
Fine, not good.
Fine.
Oh.
Neutral.
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 Neutral
would say-
smells are great for songwriting.
Yeah.
I would say my
Speak on
boyfriend's
that.
car smells good. Because he's an active air freshener guy.
Oh, yes,
Oh,
he is.
And he's got a beautiful floral
Every space I've
moment
been in,
going.
Cameron has to listen to this podcast. He has a great smelling space.
Yeah.
Cameron, you're great smelling.
Yeah. That's the key for bisexual girls is get a boyfriend who values good smells.
Oh my god.
His house smells good. His car smells good.
There you go.
I go in, I go, yum.
Sniff song.
Enough about bisexuals. Let's talk about lesbians. Let's talk about...
I don't know what to say after that.
Well, we were saying earlier, this song captures a very lesbian sentiment of like keeping someone who you perhaps used to have a romantic relationship with in your life after.
Mm-hmm.
And sort of this like, well, you can ask me for anything except for me. It's
Right.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm still in your life and I still am here for you, da 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 da, except don't ask me to date you again or whatever.
Yeah.
And here's what I say about that, because sometimes they're in your band, and sometimes Megan is in the audience watching you guys both sing this song, and sometimes Naomi is playing the most aggressive keyboard part I've ever seen and screaming the lyrics after having like a little onstage tiff with Katie.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's exactly what I'm there to see. The lesbian
the
drama.
lore. Do we know the lore?
No,
No,
please.
tell me more.
Because I know who Naomi's current partner is.
Yes.
Because Naomi's current partner is Kate Berlance.
Yes.
Who I'm a fan of.
Okay.
Hosts one of my favorite podcasts.
Yes.
Poog.
See, now I'm very aware that I'm on mic because I'm
We'll bring out your PR training.
my C in media literacy. I was so pissed that I had to take that. That's why I got to see.
That's actually crazy.
No, but give us the lore. Give us the lore.
So Naomi and Katie are exes.
Okay.
They dated for 3 years in college,
Okay.
and they've been in a band together. They broke up, I believe,
Prior to the new label signing.
no, I think they broke up before they signed with RCA,
Mm.
Oh.
or as they were signing.
Okay.
Definitely before Phoebe.
Yeah.
Okay.
They
Long
broke up
before.
early days of the band, and
There are songs about it.
and all Emily and I do when we watch Chaotic is see how close they are sitting to each other on the couch.
Okay. Okay. Because you said earlier when you were talking about being fans of the pod, like, look how they're sitting on the couch. And that gave me pause. I wondered about that. But now I know the lore.
Yeah. Now you know the lore.
Oh my God. That's interesting.
It's just so interesting.
Yeah.
And now Katie's on her solo tour
Right.
singing songs
About
their
Naomi.
relationship with Naomi. And I just think it's crazy, and lesbians are wild.
God
and
bless
I can
them.
say that.
God bless them.
Yes.
Stronger than I, for sure.
But
No,
I
for real.
love to watch them get into a fight on stage, mini fight, and then both scream this song.
It's so good.
Crazy.
Sounds
so
very
good.
cathartic. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like that video of like Fleetwood Mac or Stevie Nicks is
Yeah.
what's the name
Big
of the
Silver
song?
Springs energy.
Yes. Never get away from the sound
Yeah.
of a woman who loves you.
Yeah.
And she's pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very that. Except I don't know.
They had
seem
that,
like
they
they
had
get
that
along.
real hate. Muna's got that, like,
They love each other.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
They
Josette's
seem
just
like
a
it.
child of
Josette's
divorce.
running.
Josette's a child of divorce.
Josette's running in a circle with.
Well, that's what being a child of divorce is like.
Yeah.
Running in circles. I think Anything But Me has an absolutely genius lyrical start to it, and I'd just like to do a dramatic reading real quick.
Sure.
You're gonna say that I'm on a high horse. I think that my horse is regular sized. Do you ever think maybe you're on a pony going in circles on a carousel ride?
Burn.
I think
Got his
my
ass.
horse is regular sized is exactly the lyricism I'm here for.
Yeah.
That's so genius. Like,
It
what a
truly is
burn.
so straightforward that it's like, damn, I wish I wrote that.
Literally,
Yeah.
literally.
This was my top song on Spotify Wrapped this year.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Which I was not
That's valid.
expecting, but
Snuck up on you.
worth it.
Worth it.
Absolutely. I'd be proud of that.
Yeah. Can we play a little bit?
I'd love to.
Just anywhere is fine. I just want to talk about the 12/8 beat.
Yes.
Yes.
Please talk about it.
Hello, music nerds.
Let's go.
Because we're grooving.
You also 12-8 exclamation point question mark.
Like it's like it's a shuffle.
It is.
It's a line dance.
Yeah. And you wouldn't really know it was, except for that synth that's like 1, 2, 3.
I think that every time. Thank you.
Head in the sky. All that I wanted was somebody honest, living for more than the next good time. You say that you wanna change, but I hope you get everything you.
And that guitar line, I didn't even hear that guitar line until just now. But it's like,
It's so good.
yeah.
I'm realizing I love 12/8.
Yeah.
You're like, I
12/8
didn't
is
know.
the superior time signature.
Oh,
It rocks.
good.
Let's go. Let's start
Oh
writing
my
songs in
God.
12/8.
Yeah.
You remember that? Well, it's probably the same time signature, but like "Run Away with Me" by Carly Rae Jepsen.
Oh, whoa.
There was that back when Vine was a thing. There was like a Vine where someone put "Run Away with Me" by Carly Rae Jepsen over a video of like a man sort of prancing down the street in New York. Do you remember that video?
No, but I love this.
Maybe I'll find it. But that's what this song evoked in me was I want to prance.
Is this not the horse song?
It is for
They bring the horse out?
what's her name?
They bring a real horse?
No, they bring out an inflatable horse. She has
Kick it around.
She has a name. It starts with an S.
Stacy.
Stacy.
Stacey's
Hey,
mom.
Stacy.
Stacy's mom. Yeah.
Fergalicious. Hey,
Oh.
Stacy.
Hey,
Is it in
Stacey.
Glamorous? I don't know.
I don't
Fergie.
know.
Where they go,
Fergie.
hey, Stacy.
Call
That's
me
a thing.
Stacey.
People will get it.
Yeah.
People.
Yeah, they'll know.
It's Fergalicious. It's Fergalicious.
Yes, thank
yes.
you.
I just reverse engineered in my brain. Think they know me. Call me Stacy. I'm the F to the E,
Yes.
R, G, the I,
Got
the
it, got
E.
it.
We're
Yeah.
out.
Ain't no other lady put it down like me. I'm so delicious.
I love that you know all this, Sarah.
My mom played that CD for us when I was a child.
Oh my God.
I have a very vivid memory of being at like a New Year's Eve party with my mom's friends. And we were like friends with my mom's friends' kids. And all the adults were like, it was New Year's Eve. So they were like doing shots and stuff. And we were like doing whatever, making like kitty cocktails. And I have a very vivid memory of them listening to Fergalicious.
Oh my
on
God.
New Year's
Like,
Eve.
what is this masterpiece I'm hearing?
Literally. And then my mom got the CD and I said,
That's mine.
this is for me.
This is for me.
But they do kick around Stacy during this one.
Yes,
with the audience.
Stacey.
Oh, wow. Stacy
Blow
crowd
horse.
surfs.
Stacy
Yes.
crowd surfs.
Wow.
Have
They
you made
always get her back.
contact with Stacy?
Have we made contact with? Oh, I have.
Yes?
Yeah,
Wow.
Salt Shed.
Nice.
Wow. Celebrity. That's the real celebrity.
Celebrity
That's
sighting.
the headliner.
Yeah.
Muna opening for Stacy.
Big fucking news.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. We haven't been doing attachment styles. What would we
Ugh.
give this one?
This is-
Anything but me.
Avoidant down.
Yeah.
Avoidant down. Yeah, boy.
This is horse detachment style.
It's for whores.
I'm still learning. I didn't say that.
It's fine. I said it. It's good.
Wow, Zach. Wow. You think you know a guy. Fuck.
Horses.
Horses. Nay.
So this song's about a loose horse. This next one's about a loose garment.
Very good.
A loose horse is
I
crazy.
got one.
Yeah.
Something about that.
Bring them back.
Loose garment I loved.
Yeah.
I loved Loose Garment. This also, I thought about my therapist a lot listening to this album, but specifically listening to this song because of, I wrote down like I think the key lyrics from the song, but used to wear my sadness like a choker. It had me by the throat. Tonight, I feel like I'm draped in it like a loose garment. And I just thought it was this very beautiful, like acknowledgement of progress and of being like in a different place in your life while still holding space for like whatever grief and sadness you may still have, realizing that maybe the grief is a little bit different now. That's some real shit. That's some free therapy for y'all.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I think coming off of Saves the World, Muna's second record,
Mm.
that opens with a song called Grow, which is Katie Gavin sings about, wanting to grow up and let go of her vices and things like that. But it's like a very short, like minute and a half, pretty vocals only song. So like that idea coming into this next record and having Loose Garment on it, it feels very like accepting of the adult that she grew into. So like I
Yeah.
said that Home by Now was my first favorite song off the record. Loose Garment is my favorite song like as a Muna stan.
Mm.
Like knowing all the things I know about Muna
lore.
and loving
Yeah.
Katie Gavin, like I love this song.
Yeah.
I think that's really sweet. What did y'all think of this song?
I think production wise, the like looped exhales that are happening in this is crazy choice, and it's so good.
Yeah.
Like,
Can we pull them up?
Yes, of course.
And the string arrangement.
oh my god,
Oh my god.
I didn't even clock the
the instrumentation on this Also, another saxophone. We got this saxophone riff, and this song wouldn't be complete without this.
I love saxophone. Did the exhales happen like the whole time? I didn't clock that at all.
They start in the beginning. I
Okay.
don't know if they go throughout the whole thing, but they're like an underlying like it keeps going.
I'll just plop us in a little bit because I need to hear that on the nice headphones.
This August would be a hard one.
Oh my god.
Late summer love sprung
I
up.
did not clock that as an exhale.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know if it is, but it sounds like one to me.
It's breathy for
Yeah.
sure.
I'm brokenhearted. I'm disappointed. It was still beautiful.
And then Katie's fucking painting
It's
over
giving
top
like
of this.
ASMR when you really just listen to the exhales.
Yeah. It reads so much like a diary entry though. And and it's
Yes.
like it's so revealing.
I love
It's so good.
Yeah, this was like the saddest one on the record for me.
Yeah.
It's so galaxy
But in a way
brain.
that like made me feel better about feeling sad. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
Like it didn't make me feel more sad. It made me feel more okay with being sad.
Yeah. And like on a record that's so much about queer joy, it's like, don't forget to leave space for like, you're allowed to be sad.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's okay if
You
it doesn't
know?
leave you.
Yeah.
Can
You
wear
can
it in
have
different
fun and
ways.
dance at the club with your friends and also be like a little sad sometimes, and both
Yeah.
are okay.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's okay. And it's good.
Yeah.
If something that was like so devastating and gripping, like it's more of a loose garment now,
Mhm.
still present, but like just kind of loosely present.
Mhm.
That's a change that
acknowledge
can
it.
occur. We acknowledge,
Yeah.
we hold space.
Yeah.
I hold the index
Holding
finger.
space for loose
I've seen it in a couple of posts. I work in queer media.
Bringing it back to anthropology, it's a big poncho. It's a big
Yeah.
It's an anthropology thread.
Yes. Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, that brings us to the last song on the record.
Yeah.
Shooting Star. How do we feel about this song as a closer?
This was I saw this was the last song that they added to the album. It
I
was the last
think-
one they wrote.
I think this instrumentation is appropriately big for a closer.
Sure.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like that.
It's not my favorite lyrically. I'm just
Me
gonna
either,
I'm gonna
thank
be
you.
honest.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm
I
holding
feel seen.
space
I-
for that.
This is where I wish we had video during the podcast.
The EBO, which how have we gone this entire podcast
I don't know.
without talking about the invention of the EBO?
It's on almost every song.
It is on almost every song.
I did
The-
check those
the
credits.
electric bow that
Oh.
Josette is using to electrify and digitize the guitar sounds and also like kind of like
Sustain.
stringify them. I'm gonna use that word.
Sure.
To sustain guitar notes, use like an EBO on the strings. Anyway,
On the guitar strings?
on the
It's-
guitar
It's
strings.
like a thing he holds in his right hand, right? And it
yes,
Yeah.
and it just
you
like
kind of
he's
play it.
bowing it, but it's just like a
Yeah, it's like a bow that you would use for a violin, but like electronic. So you just hold it on the
Hold it over
string
the
and it
pickup.
vibrates the string over the
That's
pickup.
cool.
Yeah.
It is very cool.
That's very cool.
And they use it live.
And it gives like big
Ah.
atmospheric sounds.
Yeah.
But the EBO in the beginning of this song particularly makes me very emotional.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'd like to listen to it.
let's play it. This is a man with like a robot guitar hand instead of strumming it.
Like that.
I heard there's a few different people you're talking.
That's goddamn celestial.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
Sparkly.
So sparkly.
Yes.
Let's talk about this lyrically though. Well, okay, sonically, celestial.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
So lush.
Massive major beauty, beauty, beauty. Lyrically, I think I may have had a similar frustration
Yeah.
with the wish I may, wish I might have the wish I wish tonight of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Wasn't
was,
my
like,
favorite.
Interesting. I think only because I thought so much of the lyricism on this album was so strong and so unique, and I mean, novel is just a synonym, but yeah, to get to the end of this, I don't know. I wonder why they chose something so like familiar
Right?
for this. I really liked the shooting star of it all and the prospective lover as something too hot to handle.
Mhm.
But yeah, I got frustrated by that part.
I think Katie. I'm going to speak for Katie. Katie does identify as like a liminal girly. And I think there's something to be said for like the limerence of this song, where you're like a lot of it is just left in the yearning, in the pining, in the waiting
Yeah.
of it all, which is kind of like, it's fun as a closer. It doesn't give the listener like what you want, which is like an ending,
Yeah.
but maybe that's the point.
Yeah, I think it's satisfying in a different way.
Totally.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good point because it really does just kind of end in not totally ambivalence, but in like still being up in the air.
Yeah.
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 But it's also kind of like the end of a night out,
Yeah.
where you're kind of like,
A big fade
you're
out.
like drunk and you're in your bed and you're like, give you like Taco Bell and you're like,
After the
"Good
club.
night." Yeah.
The club, which we all go
the
to.
club. Yeah.
Frequenters of the club.
You know us.
You know us. But I did like I wrote down some lyrics from the song as well, which was, but when I see a shooting star, I stay out of its path, and that's what you are. You're so bright, you burn my eyes, and you move too fast. And if I had to assign an attachment style to this song, I would say avoidant.
I kind of would also say avoidant because I thought anxious,
That's what I
Mhm.
think.
but then there is something that's like, there's like that feeling of like seeing someone that you like kind of pass you by without
Yeah.
doing anything about
Yes,
it. And that
exactly.
feels avoidant to me.
I agree. Or like feeling intrigued and feeling like pulled in, but then again, like you said, like not doing anything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like having this whole dialogue about it. Where you're like, well, they like, blah, blah, you're like living your whole life. You're like
Right.
40 years old together on the couch in your head. And they like haven't even noticed that you're there.
Very that.
Yeah.
I thought it was sweet. I don't think I would have picked any other song to be the closer.
Ooh, if you
Yeah.
had to pick one,
I think
a different one than this.
Loose Garment feels like a
It
full
does
circle
feel-
for me, knowing like the Muna lore. But
Yeah.
I understand production wise. Like, I don't know where else I would have put this song.
Yeah.
Right. Because I think of the Stripped Down Babes, and I think of like Kind of Girl or Loose Garment.
Yeah.
Both of those have sort of like a possibility to them that
True.
I like in an album closer.
Yeah.
But I agree. I don't know where else I would put this song.
I like it as a closer.
Yeah.
I was so intrigued by like the fat snare and like
Yeah.
the lushness
Yeah.
of it all.
Yeah.
But I didn't even like, I wasn't even bothered by like the Starlight So Bright kind of cheesy.
Yeah,
I was just like,
yeah.
yeah, I'm soking up in it. I'm
Hell
in the tub
yeah.
right now. Did she write this one in a tub?
In the tub right now with this fucking snare.
I hope that for you.
Yeah. What an album. What a record.
What a record.
Yeah.
So good.
What a fun time.
Life's so fun.
Life's so
Life
fun.
is literally so fun.
I
Yeah.
have not stopped singing that just around my house.
Yeah,
And I
it's
probably
good.
won't
They-
anytime soon.
There's some catchy ones on this.
Mm-hmm. Any closing thoughts about the album before we take a break to think about a Rubrewski?
I love Muna.
I
Yes.
love Muna.
Shout out to Katie Gavin, Josette Maskin, and Naomi McPherson
Yeah.
for
Huge.
being my favorite band.
My favorite band in the whole world. Thank you to the EBO. Thank you to the drum programming.
So
Yeah.
true. Thank you to the EBO. Thank you to all of that.
Yeah.
And the string arrangements.
Yes.
Thank you to Stacy.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Stacey.
Big, thank you, Stacey.
Big
Yeah.
ups to Stacy.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's take a brief pause. I am going to go pee in the potty, and we'll come back hot and fresh with a Rubrewski for this album.
Beautiful.
Amazing.
And the Rubrewski for album we're most securely attached to goes to Muna by Muna.
Congratulations! It was a clean sweep with the Academy, so I heard.
It was one nomination.
Yes, all the Academy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of the Academy
Every
in this
Academy.
room.
Yeah, all four of our brain cells,
All
and all four of them
four.
said, "Yeah,
Yeah.
it's this
Yeah.
one."
Our singular
Yeah.
nomination. They swept.
And I do feel attached to her.
I do.
Yes,
100%.
very much.
Very securely.
Yes.
I feel attached, and I feel like life's so fun.
Life's so
Yeah.
fun. Yeah, life's so fun.
Biggest takeaway is that life is so fun.
Got my rollerblades and my mini skirt on.
Like self,
like
self
exactly.
me having 2 glasses of rosé. I'm also feeling like I want to say thank you so much for listening to this episode of Album Rebrews. We, in fact, are Album Rebrews, and I just checked. We're going to continue to be Album Rebrews. Quick programming note: this is our last regular release of the year. So thank you so much for laughing and giggling and geeking out with us all through 2024. We had a blast, of course. I think we're going to put out one more little special doodad 2 weeks from now, but we'll see you in 2025 with a proper release with some new bands and friends and fun times. If you want to keep up with us in the meantime, we're on Twitter and Instagram at Album or Brews, and our website is www.albumorBrews.com.
A giant thank you to our editor and singer-songwriter extraordinaire, Cameron Bopp. Go check out his EP, the Bopp EP. It's fantastic. He's fantastic.
The Pop EP.
No, I'm going to say it wrong every time. I'm not even going to clean take it. Sorry, Cam.
We got it.
A giant thank you to you, Megan and Emily, for coming on the show.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. If you're at home on the internet, go check out The Devil Said Jump at The Devil Said Jump on Instagram. Go check them out at Devonports in Wicker Park on December 19th with Breaking Sound. And do definitely go stream their latest record, All Shook Up. It's a great little record, and we love it. Anything you want to say to the folks at home before we get out of here?
Thank you so
Thanks
much
for
for letting us
listening.
hang out and for
Thanks for having
listening. Thank you.
Thanks for
listen to
keeping
Muda.
my cat occupied.
Oh my god, thank you for your cat.
Yeah, honestly.
Thank you to Moose, really,
Thank
at
you
the
to
end of the
Moose.
day, wherever she is. Well, to close us out, the same way we would do every single episode, we're going to get very, very, very close to the mic. And in the same order that we introduced ourselves, we're going to say a sweet and tender ASMR style goodbye. I will begin. Goodbye.
This is me touching all the sweaters at Anthropology. Goodbye.
Can you hear me? Goodbye.
Goodbye.